Welcome back. Well, the FA Cup first round meant no second or third division league action this weekend. And a rare afternoon off for one man. He's not a player or a manager, but for the last 40 years he's been working with the very best. And if you don't recognise the face, you'll probably know the voice.
Morgan, Crowland outside him on the right. Doesn't need to use him. Aston trying to set it up for Best! Oh, yes, indeed! How about that fella? Oh, what a nice bit of work. What a good goal! What a good goal! That wasn't even an opportunity of saying what a good shot. That was a goal from the time it left Brooking Street. McDermott making a run down here, and he's onside too. And the little chip's all it needed. And McDermott delivers it. Oh, yes, he enjoyed that one. That was the mark of a master craftsman.
The tones of Hugh Johns have been livening up living rooms for 4 decades now. A commentary career that began at the beginning of soccer on the box in the early 60s.
There was only Ken Wolstenholme. You know, everybody was, football-wise, Ken Wolstenholme was the man. And indeed he was. There's no doubt about it. He was great. And so you had to find a way of, if you were going to do it, of beating Ken, or doing something that Ken hadn't thought of. And for a long, long time before I ever got the chance of doing commentary, I could hear myself in my mind when I was watching football matches, newspaper-wise. I could hear myself describing things and felt, yeah, I think I could do this. I think I could do this.
And in 1966 came the big break. Hugh was selected for ITV's World Cup coverage and was behind the microphone on England's greatest day.
Bobby Moore. Beckenbauer sticking close to Charlton. Overath bringing down Moore. It's his second foul inside a minute and a half. Moore chipped down. Hurst, a chance, a goal! It's there! It's there! What a great moment for young Geoff Hurst.
Not bad, but it could have gone more smoothly. Deep into extra time came the commentator's nightmare.
Alan Ball. Hurst here now. Hurst. Yes! No, they haven't given it. The linesman says no goal.
My memory tells me that I gave it a go, wallop. And then I was suddenly aware that this crazy Russian linesman, I catch him out of my corner of my eye, and he's there holding his flag up. But there's this hold up now, and it seemed to be about 10 minutes. It probably wasn't as long as that, but it seemed to go on forever before the referee finally ran back to the centre circle and said it was a goal. Oh, but it leaves the commentator with egg on his face because he doesn't know what's happening. That was a fabulous day, though, and I remember being totally washed out at the end of it. A lot of people went off to parties and that sort of thing. I went back to the Hendon Hall and had 3 large gins and went to bed. I was absolutely exhausted.
Mexico 1970 was next, probably the greatest World Cup and perhaps the greatest team.
They were a thrilling side. With Pele, of course, what a player he was. Of all my memories, I think to have been able to have seen Pele in the flesh doing so many beautiful things with a football.
Gerson, as Pele is running. Is Pele? Pele now! Yes, there it is! That is the touch of a master! Costello, Pele. Right through the wall. How about that one then? Pele. Is here Zeno. Oh, and Costello in now, Pele! Oh, yes! With the sole of his boot, Pele puts that one in there. Rivellino, watch Pele now. What a beautiful goal from Pele! El Rey Pele! 100 goal for Brazil.
That moment, oh, I mean, everybody talks about it, don't they? The save that Gordon Banks made from him. Pele was big enough to applaud Banksy for that save. When he knew that it was a goal from the moment that he got his head to it, there was no way anybody was going to stop that.
There goes Cancino, he's onside. That's a good cross ball, it's Pele! And a fantastic save by Banks. What a fantastic save by Gordon Banks.
I've seen Gordon many times since then. He's got videos of it, and he says even now, every time he sees it, he knows that ball's going in. There's nobody going to save it, he says. That is a goal.
Back to 1974 then, and I think a player that you regard as the greatest of all players. He didn't win that time, but he was part of an excellent Dutch team.
Johan Cruyff. I'd be very, very surprised. Certainly in the whole of the time that I've been involved in either watching, writing about or commentating on football, I don't think I've ever seen a better player than Johan Cruyff. And I would include Pele in that. I mean, Pele was brilliant, but Cruyff was, he was a master, a craftsman. Everything he did, he was a leader of men on the field. He was a contributor to everything that was great about that Holland side.
Knocks it again for Krol. Cruyff is in the middle, and he's there. What a beautiful goal, 2-0. Johan Cruyff, the master. Renton brings down for Van Hanegem. Cruyff, and he's all right. He's all right for number 1. Johan Cruyff.
Argentina 78 made it 4 World Cup finals in a row, but Hugh's bread and butter work was in the Midlands during some vintage years in the 70s.
Those were the great days. I think a lot of people watching today's football wouldn't recognise what we had in the 70s. There was skill, entertainment, cutthroat football. Everything that you want from football, they had then. I don't think they were racing around at 1,000 miles an hour like they are today. There were characters in the game, there were elegant players in the game. And there was fun, there was entertainment.
Which team of all teams during that period in the Midlands is the one that you most fondly remember and most enjoyed commentating on?
Well, I don't know. There's 2 or 3, really. Derby, I suppose, would have to be top of the list, with first Brian Clough and then Dave Mackay. Gosh, there were some players they had there.
Cross ball, Simpson, oh, and Hector! McGovern has scored it! John McGovern gets his first goal of the season! Big Roger Davis. And it's come for Hinton, and he can whack it from there. Oh yes! That will do for Alan Hinton! Hinton, Webster, Hinton the cross now. Oh yes! McFarlane! Right on the post! It's 3-0! We want 4 is what the crowd is shouting. Hinton might just be the man to deliver it for them. And that is Hector! And they've got their 4! How about that? Wilson again, terribly exposed. So this dead ball specialist, Hinton. Far post, and it's Davis! That's another one! Roger Davis scores his first ever league goal! And another tragedy for Bob Wilson and the Arsenal defence.
Now, Dugan, there was a character. Every team had a character in those days, and Dugan with his Mohican haircut and outrageous garbs and whatever. You remember those sort of things.
Good running by the fullback. And Dugan, a fantastic goal! What an incredible goal by Derek Dugan!
Frank Worthington. Now, you couldn't have a bigger character in football than Frank Worthington. Gets dressed up in his Elvis gear on the anniversary of Elvis' death, taking tap dancing lessons.
Aiming for Stringfellow. Samuels. On for Worthington. The touch. Oh, beautiful goal. Oh, yes, indeed. Frank Worthington, 1-0.
Jimmy Greenough. Now, there was a fella who could hit goals for you from anywhere in the park. He could hit screamers in.
Samuels. Skeels aiming for Robertson. Gets it on for Greenough. That looks useful. That's a good one. What a goal! Jimmy Greenough.
The big occasions also stretched to 2 FA Cup finals and 2 European Cup finals, including Manchester United's emotional victory over Benfica.
For me, that was the night that George Best solidified so many things in so many people's minds. He and Bobby Charlton particularly have always been treasured memories to me of the great Manchester United sides. And to see Georgie pick up the European Cup medal that night with Matt, I remember Matt with tears in his eyes, that so much had gone wrong in the years previously, and that night against Benfica, it had all come absolutely right. Beautiful evening.
It's not quite as comfortable these days, age 72, commentating in all weathers at the wrong end of the Ensley League for HTV Wales. But the enthusiasm and the voice seem to be as strong as ever.
I'm the wrong side of 70 now, and I smoke between 20 and 30 fags a day, and have done for 60 years. And I'm one of Mr. Gordon's best customers, along with Brain's dark beer, which is our best brew in Wales. All these things, I suppose, help to lubricate the throat and keep it in action. I don't really know.
And it's all gone a bit quiet here at Ninian Park now, as this could be something for Edwards. Oh, it is. Oh, good gracious me. Cardiff City have blown it. What a fine game Johnny Hendry's had. All on his own a lot of the time, and Bowen is in. Surely. Yes! That's done it. That's the first home win of the season in the league. You can bet your boots on that. 12 is Farrell, 14 Spearing. Now, I've got some quick work to do, so I'll be with you as quickly as I can.
I enjoy what I do. I love going to the games. I love talking with people in the games. I love learning about the game. You never stop learning in this trade. And I hope I put something back with the words that I dress games up with.